Hey guys, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Okay, so some of you guys so number 1, good morning, hi Shar. Good morning. Good morning, Coco. Good morning, Nola Brown. Good morning. Good morning, Dancing with Nature. Good morning. So for real and true, Lady Shaji. S. Dimples. Good morning. Good morning, buttons all day. Good morning. Mom's the boss. Absolutely. And that's on period. Cassia. Good morning. That ain't got nothing to do with me. The 313 GG. Good morning. Just Nikki. ATR only echo knows. Taddy, Tanya, great experience. Good morning, Shia, Petty Patty. Good morning, Bossy. I'm Bossy. Good morning, a sister from New Jersey. That would be me too. Okay. Pen Pal 50. What's up, Tanya, Beverly, Real, Olivia only, period. Black Rose. Good morning to Facebook. Mobetta Kendrick. Good morning. South Florida lady. The safety light. Okay, guys, let's get into it. This is the video I told you guys about yesterday. We did a member only live. Was that yesterday or was it? I feel like it was. When was the member only live? It was 2 days ago. So it was early in the morning on Thursday. Okay. So if you're a member, you've probably already seen it. If you haven't already seen it, guess what? You're in luck because you're getting ready to see it now. Good morning. So I'm here live. I am here at this moment. You see, I'm clicking on comments. I'm gonna play it and I might break it a little bit because I feel like there were a couple things that, like, when I listened back, I was like, oh, I forgot to talk about that. But for the most part, I think I'm gonna just let it play. Now, a couple of things. Number one, again, good morning, everybody. I hope everyone had a great day yesterday. Um, Yesterday with the Fulton County phone calls was so much fun. Um, I'm looking forward to whatever they drop next on that, just to hear that time period and what we thought was not available and actually is. Okay. That was very interesting. Um, Also, even just like Shirley's demeanor at one point versus another point, Cobb County versus, the optimism of still being in Fulton County and maybe thinking that he was actually coming home sooner than he never actually came home because it's been 2 years now. Um, all of that. Okay. Also, on OSIP, I did drop Dr. Excuse me, girl, she's acting like Reverend Doctor. The former judge, Christina Peterson, we are following kind of what's going on. And sis left out of the Douglas County Courthouse, of which she was taken off the bench. Girl, sis is still over there officiating weddings as an officiant, not a judge. Very strange. Ma'am's conversation was weird. I knew when I clicked on it in Instagram, I had to bring it to y'all. So that's posted. I did put it up on a community post, so go check that out. It's over on OSIP, but if you go on the community wall, it's posted over there. I thought I posted over here when we were live yesterday, but we had a nice little crowd over there yesterday. So go check it out. Also, I still have the dash cam video to put up over there if you guys want to check that out. It's a different vantage point and it's everything. And if I could understand why the board made the decision that they did make, if that was any helpful information in terms of like conduct and all of the things, because ma'am was like literally unhinged. And then just even hearing her Instagram yesterday, like on live, ma'am is a bit, she's much. She's a much, she's a lot. And she look, my opinion, she like low key gives veiled threats. She really does. And in that dash cam, oh, she definitely does. But she's promising a series on some judges, some Georgia judges, and she's coming because she feels like They need to be put out there. You guys put me out there, and I'm putting y'all out there. I mean, okay, ma'am is pissed and very, very much giving bitter. Anyway, let's get into this. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I might jump in and here and there, but we had a good time, and let's get into it real quick. Anyway, let's get back into this. But yeah, Al was being messy this morning and dropped this right into my in my list of recommended for the day. And I popped in, and the first thing I heard was something about Madison. Okay. Not that that's, I mean, I feel like that's almost a dead issue at this point. We know sis is lying. But ma'am talked about her gastrointestinal problems. She talked about Madison. She talked about a lot. So this was about 6 months ago, right around the timing that, like, about a week or so after this visit took place. Let's just say about maybe just a few days, less than a week or so, let's just say after this visit, that this is when the videos hit the streets. So this video right here might be one of the last visits before they had the awareness that the visits were dropping to the streets.
Has a few things to say about PCFP and other YouTubers in this video visit.
Yeah, let's get back into this one. I want to hear what girl, I don't even remember.
Hey. How are you today?
How are you today?
I can't hear you. I can barely hear you.
Got a towel on around your neck?
What?
Is the phone good?
It's cold in here.
Oh.
You got to wrap up the best way.
Put on a bunch of outfits. Layer up. Keep your neck covered. You're good. You just got to keep
put on a bunch of outfits. You mean put on a bunch of jumpsuits? What outfits does he have?
Yeah.
Girl, it's that ugly puffer vest, right, Miss DMV?
And all that.
Guys, who were the gang stars this morning? Only me, absolutely. Only me was here first. Okay. One Jennifer and none your business getting here. 1, 2, 3 first. Honorable mention to Lonnie, got here right around the same time. But good morning to everybody. Good morning. Even though we're a small little group this morning, make sure to hit the thumbs up for me because likes do matter. Even in our private members, just go ahead and get those likes in. But again, this live will stay in members, but it will premiere on the YouTube streets later today. Okay. We will still have lunchtime, but this'll premiere maybe tonight, like around 8, 9 o'clock or something.
Not that girl. Ugh. No, I was saying that's where all of the heat escapes from the body, the neck.
Oh, really?
Dr. Sonia. Paging Dr. Sonia.
Yep, you keep the neck warm.
Okay, so you got them nails done.
I could have done it last time you told me they were done. You should pay no attention to me.
I did pay attention to them. Them don't look like French thing. Them look like they just all together. Yeah, no, they weren't like that. No, ma'am. It was not like that. No, ma'am.
He likes blue nails and green nails. Okay. That's what your man likes, sis. You better spend some time learning your man. Okay. He's laughing, but he's not praising because normally he likes, I like that blue. I like that blue and that green. That's what he likes.
Yeah. So
that's
how
what
you
Sir
doing?
likes.
Happy New Year to you. You enjoyed your night?
Oh my God, yeah. I got in around, what time did I get in? 2:30, 2:15, something around there.
Okay. So you enjoyed your night?
My stomach is upset right now.
Ooh, bubble
oh
I
my
had to go to
goodness.
the bathroom right before I got here. I didn't even.
He said, "Oh my goodness, girl, why are you constantly telling this man? Like she acts like she's been married to him for 20 years, and you're not, sis."
You can sleep. Side hand, I'll be that too. Because chicks are young and this chick is old. So I'll be the side hand. Thank you, Reggie, for correcting her. I will be the side chick. The mistress, the side chick, the hand. It's whatever. I mean, name calling is what y'all do.
To eat today.
Really?
I had like French toast last night I made when I got in. And that was it. But Oof, my stomach is feeling some type of way.
She eats all the wrong stuff for someone who's got stomach problems. You're in the middle of the night, you're eating dipped bread with syrup. So you're frying bread, however she makes her French toast, and then you're putting syrup, honey, some sort of liquefied sweet, something sweet, what jam, jelly, whatever it is you're using at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. Why didn't you just make a damn egg? Just take your ass to bed. Drink an Ensure. Okay. Good morning, India. Hey, boo. Good morning, Leandra, Jennifer, Thin Line. Good morning, everybody. Hey guys, I'm just take a minute to say good morning to everybody coming in. It is not your imagination. This is a member live that was recorded Thursday morning, and I promised to bring it Thursday night, but I don't know. It was technical difficulties with YouTube, and I could not get it to upload right. So here we are, and it's Saturday morning, and we're getting into it. I'm gonna make some coffee. When this is over, we'll talk about some other stuff. When this is over, I'm gonna put up another live, and we'll get on the other items. So somebody mentioned MJB in Detroit, that whole thing. If you want to talk a little bit about that or some other things, we'll get into that. So I'm gonna try to not interrupt too much. There's a couple things that I'm just like, girl, really? But I feel like we touched on most points during this live. So just enjoy, drink your coffee, eat your breakfast, talk to you guys you guys talk to each other in the comments. I am gonna click on some stuff, but I don't want to muddy the waters too much because there's gonna be like 10 people to come in and be confused about this live. Like, what's going on? What are we watching? So I put the banner up. You know what I mean? So anywho, but yeah, if I feel the need to interrupt or there's something I just, but welcome. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Check the playlist. Playlist is up to date. Hot Topics playlist up to date. OSIP up to date. Love Lies and Lace Fronts up to date. Everything's up to date, guys. So if you've been out of pocket and need to get caught up or you're new here, welcome. Make sure to subscribe, set your notifications, always hit the thumbs up because you'll have a good time. And that's it. That's all. Okay, let's get back into it. We're at this early this morning because it was on my spirit. I said, girl, we need to do this. Okay. We need to do this. And period. It was store bought. This woman, she needs to learn how to cook. She really does. I mean, is there any simpler meal? Isn't that one of the first things you teach kids how to make? You make a little egg, dip it in the bread, dip the bread in. Girl, and I just thought of something else. If you have the Patreon membership, you can go and watch prayer partner video. Okay. If you're on the Ernest Williams tier, the Ernest Williams topic tier and up. So pretty much if you are a paid member on Patreon, I dropped a prayer partner visit. Somebody did ask me just a housekeeping item. I need to get the proper one, but somebody asked me when was the last visit with Bible Lady, and that was on 6/17. And that 6/17 video is posted. As far as Sonia is concerned, I'll have to get the dates. I think I have it right here, I think, but I'll get it. But there were 3 other visits. I think she visited like 4 times in June and maybe 1 time in July. So I'll give you that information when we wrap this thing up. Okay. I buried the envelope with the other. So it's like a little sea of manila envelopes. So I'll get that information for you guys in just a second. Okay. The egg and put some butter in a pan and teach them how to make some little French toast. That's like, I'm learning how to cook. Okay. My God.
Right now.
He's one of these people who probably doesn't know how to make rice.
How are you? This is my new norm. I don't even know what life was before all of this. I was thinking about that on the way over. Like, what was my life like before this? Ugh.
You
Shit.
probably was doing a whole lot of shit before now. You probably was doing a lot. I believe you was.
Do you imagine if this situation with Nesto is actually what is providing Sonia a bit of stability? Isn't that a scary notion to think that she was less stable before taking up with this damn career jailhouse Negro? Do you imagine that this is what stabilized you? That's a sad, sad thing for a 50-plus-year-old, for anybody. But do you imagine 50 plus, allegedly retired, a grown ass daughter where you've got a grandchild about to graduate from high school and you've got a young man in his early 20s, and this is what you're doing for stability, running to Cobb County on the weekends to go visit your felonious ass boyfriend? A mess.
COVID. And so COVID kind of slowed everybody down.
Well, before COVID, I believe you was goddamn rocking. You was rolling hard.
I was out there.
I believe that too. Yeah, I believe you was going to do your thing.
He knows you were in these streets, Sonia. Stop trying to be us. Okay? Sis, he knows you were here, there, and everywhere. Okay?
Oh, so what's the new? What's going on now?
I did my lives last night.
You did it last night. Where at your
at the house.
about the party?
Okay, so remember when she went live on New Year's Eve? Maybe we'll talk about that at lunchtime or something. I don't know. I need to find it, but maybe we'll meet back up later and we'll look at her New Year's Eve live. But she said she went live last night, and we remember that. Remember, people were clowning her. I feel like that was the night that she had those little go-go shorts on or something. She had some booty shorts on, and people were like, why are you live on New Year's Eve and allegedly you're going out? Girl, I think she was going out with Big Mustard too. But what we did find out too in the last couple of weeks, or maybe you guys already knew this, she met Mustard through Madison. That's how she met Carl Thomas' baby mom, was through Madison. Okay.
At the party. Okay.
No. I did a live, just a last live, because the phone calls that came out, which was the phone calls in July. And I told them, I was like, July, a lot was going on in July. I'm like, them new charges came up, which it kept staggering. So it was just a toll. I was like, the relationship, both of y'all was saying y'all was, done. And then it was just a lot going on in July. I said, so that's why. I'm saying, y'all worried about the wrong shit. That was 5 months ago. Why don't y'all worry about what's going on today? Why would y'all worry about something that happened 5 months ago?
Oh, they still on that? They were still on? Oh.
Let me tell you how. So I had around 300 people on my live, right? When I was only on for an hour. I had about 300 people.
Was she on for an hour? I feel like she was on longer than an hour. People were calling her. I think Yvette, or not Yvette, but her friend, Carl Thomas' baby mom, was calling to tell her to get her ass up off of there because she was supposed to be meeting them or something like that. Girl, why is my neighbor wheeling out? First of all, he has no shirt on. And is he in a damn towel? This is embarrassing. So yeah, I was posted up in the front. This is me now talking. Good morning, guys. This part is funny because I happened to look out the window at this moment and my neighbor was doing the most outside. Anywho, yes. So she basically talks about, this is basically her having her conversation right after her New Year's Eve out with the girls. And the girls were Madison and I believe Big Mustard. Is it that serious? You had to run up out the shower. Sir is out here. Girl, if he doesn't get his ass back up in that garage, baby, ew. The stuff you see early in the morning if you sit by the window, my Lord.
A good bulk of them got off because they was like, You know,
Ew.
prison phone calls from prison is about to release another phone call at 6 o'clock. And I'm sitting here like, y'all be on it like that? They was like, yeah. I was like, what? I was like, I'm like, it's a recorded conversation. It's not like we on there talking about some butt fuck nasty shit. Like, you can't talk about anything. Like, y'all that, I said, why are y'all that invested in this situation? It's just crazy to me that y'all got no life. I was like, I wouldn't even be sitting at home trying to listen to somebody's jail call. And
okay, well, it's not for you. It's about you. Don't you get that? This is not your entertainment, sis. This is about us and what we want to watch. Okay. All right. Can we talk about that for a second? Period. This is not for you. It's about you. You are the topic. You have put yourself out here to be talked about on a YouTube channel, on Instagram, all of your social media. And at the end of the day, these particular calls, even if you're not actively out here, you are still, because you have a relationship with someone who is on these YouTube streets, and you like to show up, call in, show up to the channel, all of the things, be a special guest. You know how on like Real Housewives they have the friend? You are the friend and the side chick. So it's like, sis, if you stay in the mist, this is what happens. Okay? This is about what the streets want to watch. Period. You're just not on our level of entertainment. What we find funny, maybe you don't find funny, and we find you funny. Okay? We find this drama surrounding the very serious case of all of his bullshit. That is serious. But you two talking is a complete joke, because you needed to keep your legs closed to married men. That's what that's all about. This is a key. We don't expect you to find it funny. At least I don't. It really isn't funny. It's very much giving pathetic, but it's a key.
Wow.
Conscious about the calls being recorded, so that means they're not gonna talk about anything. Not like somebody gonna sit there and talk about how they dismembered the body, or you know what I'm saying, some shit like that. Like, nobody, like, I was like, people are bored.
Wow, they got to be. Wow.
Bored.
I mean, it's nothing else to talk about. I mean, what else is?
I'm trying to figure out what's the excitement though. I said, me and him in our late 50s. We ain't talking. We only saw each other a handful of times before he got locked up. So what are we talking about? A year and a half.
Yeah, but sis, them text messages say different, and you are in love with this man. You are in love. Okay, stop trying to play. Okay, you can say what you want to say, but it gives, at the end of the day, between your phone calls, these visits, the text messages, sis, we got a 360 plus your overall demeanor showing up to the YouTube streets, your friendship with the blogger, everything. We didn't know at this moment how embedded and how much you were involved with the YouTube streets behind the scenes, that you had your niece and nephew, the little High twins, and your granddaughter out here dropping comments, your sister, your friends. You were plotting and planning on how you were going to infiltrate the streets and start your podcast, and all of the things that you're saying and doing that were not matching up. All of you recording his phone conversations and trying to launch your own damn channel, recording before you could trying to put out recordings to try to beat phone calls from prison from posting before you. That plot, which is still in effect, because anytime you or Bible lady go to the prison, or to the jail rather, you guys are deliberate in going the following day to go pick up the recordings, to go play it off cycle from the channel that has been playing them since the beginning. So what? Love during lockup. Absolutely.
Yeah, what are we talking
Love in
about?
the county.
I was like, and y'all, and so the call they released last night was June. I was like, so the one she did a couple of days ago was July. Like every 3 days she released one. Because remember, we got like 400 plus 500 calls. So,
okay.
so she every other day she released one.
Did you see how his lip looked? I mean, Nesto cannot feel good about this. You have a whole wife situation times two. You've got a whole life before you met this woman out here on the streets. And like, he really had to sit and maintain his composure as the reality of everybody is going to know about your bullshit, sir. Like, and it's coming out.
But they all over the place. Now
It's
she
the
going to
rolling
June.
eyes for me.
Now you backtracking to June. Well, shit.
Okay, what's about? What was talking about?
I don't listen to them.
Oh, wow, it's a sad situation.
The only one I listen.
Sis, I would have started this at 5:30 if I would have already had lunches prepped. But yeah, it's a private member live. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
To that one, the one I did listen to because it says Sonya.
So great question. Lavette is asking since July 20. So I would just say Miami doesn't play. 3 months in, 6 months in, there would have been a dispossessory and a lawsuit. I'm surprised she's not getting sued. But the only reason why she wouldn't get sued is because she wasn't the money person. So allegedly, she put the property. There's no way that a woman who was in the middle of bankruptcy filing and her credit was that bad had developed business credit to secure millions of dollars in real estate. Okay. Because a 10-year lease at 20 something thousand a month, you're talking about over $2-3 million. Okay. So there's no way that she secured that lease. She doesn't have the background. She doesn't have it. And the guy she was dealing with, she said he was the bank and her partner. So it could have been funneling cash. Girl, it could have been a cleanup job. You know what I mean? He could have been funneling cash from one thing to another thing. We don't know, but she probably has some sort of lawsuit or dispossessory something. It could have been potentially looked at as a scam. Because look at if they came for Peter Thomas on a 10-year lease and his business failing after maybe a year, and got him for like $8-9 million, then I'm sure they would have sued her, right? So I don't think that anything was in her name. So she probably left someone holding the bag. But if you go to that guy Lowe's Instagram, this guy seems to have clubs, businesses, and I think went ahead and went forward with a business without Sonya. So we don't know, you know what I mean? And that's not really what we're here for, to discuss his business per se, but it's possible he went ahead and moved on, moved forward, considering she was already giving excuses as to why she was ready to leave her business because she didn't like somebody that he hired to develop plans. So anyway, thank you to our new member. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting. And thank you to the member milestone from Frangeru. Thank you so much. Good morning. And Bougie Gang forever. And that's on period. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sonia has not lived anywhere no, she cannot. No, is not. Sonia has not lived anywhere legally. That is no. So keep in mind the $17,000, that is for a commercial property for a nightclub. That is not a home. $17,000 would be some sort of penthouse, some sort of duplex apartment in Manhattan or Chicago, damn Los Angeles. No, this was a commercial property. So she was not talking about housing rent for $17,000. The $17,000 that she's going to talk about is a commercial property for the business that she was planning to do with that guy Lowe. If you've got, go into the Patreon. I posted the link. I'll post the link again. You guys know how to get there, but I'll post a link to the Patreon. It's a free member post, and it's got the public information that's posted regarding that endeavor and when it broke down and all of the things. Now, as far as pulling the lease and potential dispossessory, I don't know that there was one, because like I said, Lowe has businesses, and I don't see a lease in her name, considering that she was in the middle of a bankruptcy filing, right? That would even make any sense. Thank you, bold and beautiful. Love you too. Let's see. Happy Saturday. Okay, we're live, sorta. We're live. I'm live right now. But we are running back this member live. So any of you guys and members, you may have already seen this, but we are watching it with all of Bougie Gang. I'm gonna try not to interrupt too much because this was just an hour video and we're already 33 minutes in. And but this was good though. This was really good.
Next door to be her man. And I'm sitting here like, look, like, what? Let me listen to this. But I was like, that's not what happened. So, okay, here they go with these titles again. That's what people kept getting on my Instagram. Like, are you going to address the new thing that got out? They just released another thing. I'm like, I'm not about to address every phone call. I was like, it's stupid. I was like, I said, I don't know you people. Y'all don't know me. Why would I sit here and answer to somebody I don't fucking know? I don't know y'all. So for me, for y'all, I said this new age shit. I said I'm an old person from the 90s where, you know, my business is my business. Stay the fuck out my business. Not this new shit. You know how Instagram.
Why does she love to say she's from the 90s when ma'am was born, I think in like 67, 68? You grew up in the 80s, ma'am. Like your adolescence were the 80s. She loves saying the 90s. That's, man. And maybe she feels like she grew up in the 90s because she would have had to have almost turned 30. She was born in 67. So she would have been 30 in probably about 97, 98. Like I don't know. Maybe she feels like that's her time period. That's her time zone. But girl, you're not from the 90s. You were born in like 60. She'll be 56 this year. So she had to be born in 67, maybe. Like, girl, your adolescence was the 80s. The time that you were supposed to be doing a few things was in your 20s and leading up to your 30s. And that was the 90s. That's no, you're from the 90s. I think that's just her favorite time period. Her getting shot phase, her going to prison phase, all of the things, having her kids, all that.
Everybody want to put their business on Instagram.
Right.
Cheated on me. And you know, girls, when your man like why are you on Instagram talking to the people like they're your friend? And then the comments,
why are you picking up the phone and talking to strangers that find your phone number on Google and talking to them for an hour? Why do you hate the bloggers, but you befriended a blogger and now you're like besties? Why, girl, could you stop lying? Girl, that's a whole lie. Okay.
Going in on you, talking about how dumb you are, how this, that, and the other. But y'all still, I guess, because everybody trying to go viral with a story. And I'm sitting here like, why would you just? It's so dumb to me. I was like, I didn't put myself out here. I said I was dragged out here. I was like, if I wanted to be.
You put yourself out here when you were over there on Steve Harvey's Facebook page and over there on Steve Harvey's YouTube and commenting WBLK News and trying to drop tea about Nesto in his comments, baby. You need to stop. See, you fail to remember you have told so much in so many places, and you're just mad because phone calls from prison has been able to find most of this bullshit. And then with the exception of the community finding your comments from channel to channel to channel. Okay. So between phone calls, visits, and damn text messages, you commenting all over the damn YouTube streets, and then you going live every 5 seconds. Damn it, we know a lot. Okay. Bingo. That's on some bingo right there.
Be out here, I would have came out in April when the dude was in court talking about
Good morning,
girlfriend in
Hazel.
Florida.
Good morning, Bougie
I'm not his
gang. Good
girlfriend, but I
morning,
knew
good
what
morning,
we
good
was talking
morning.
about. I said, but sat low. Like, okay, cool. They said this, but you know, they think it's Erica. You know, we cool. We think it's Erica. And I'm like, then I said, then July, they brought out the first name. I'm like, okay, let me shut it down. Still don't want to, you know. I said, but then when they put my face out there, it's like, all right, and y'all still, and then calling me a stripper and a hoe, like, the fuck. Okay, so now I'm gonna speak because I said it wasn't going nowhere. Y'all act like this shit was gonna die down. I said, but y'all about to get off so y'all can go listen to another phone call. I said, so when was it gonna die down? She gonna keep releasing as long as she gonna get paid off these phone calls because all she doing is releasing a call and she getting 20,000-30,000 views off of.
And she's so mad about it. Like you're so aware of the views and what's going on. And it bothers you that there are people out here who are turning this type of content into coin. And it's not just phone calls from prison. There are police dash cam, body worn camera channels. There are people right now just dedicated to specific cases. They might talk about other cases here and there, but she acts like this is the only place this is happening. This is not new. This is not new.
Off of a 30-minute, 15-minute phone call from me and you. We that exciting. I'm sitting there like, this shit is.
It's funny that 7 months later, she's still saying the exact same thing. So you know what? I'm going to still say the exact same thing. Girl, bye.
Stupid as fuck. 30,000 people
Good
every
morning,
week.
Butterfly.
Just
Good morning,
interested.
Bougie Gang. Good morning. Hit the like button for me,
Wow.
please.
and we ain't and it's recorded. So it ain't, what are we talking about?
Wow.
Yeah, it's dumb as fuck.
So what you think the future looking like?
Let me just say this real quick too. So anyone just coming in, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's me. Oh, thank you for the sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. At that moment, just think about like look at Nesto's face. And I think he knew that these calls have been out for a minute. And he knows his wife was not picking up his phone calls. And I know there's varying different opinions of that relationship. At the end of the day, you can't say Ninja won't piss when sis stopped picking up that phone. Okay. So whatever their marriage was and whatever it wasn't, whatever the legalities were and weren't, when Sir came to the realization that that well had ran dry, it was a problem. Okay. And I think also having to soak in and realize and sit there and try and play cool on Sonia, like low key telling him, like, you're exposed. Like, there's no ways around it that you are exposed. And people know about it. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist. You'd have to be at least a complete dummy to not realize, oh, okay, that's why she's totally stopped talking to me, cut me off, was being sour, was being less than friendly, basically didn't want to have anything to do with you anymore because all this damn shit. So hearing this from Sonia, I'm just wondering to me how he internalized all of this because he does a good job of sitting there and pretending to be unbothered when clearly most men who get caught out there are not sitting there damn cool as a cucumber. Okay. So that's just my thought on that. Anyway, let me go back to okay, here we are. Girl, that band-aid had been ripped off. I think definitely we know that she had to have some awareness just on some Kevin Majeski. When Kevin Majeski let that cat out the bag on that Zoom call and the Zoom call was plastered everywhere, that was an awareness whether Shirley had heard of it or it was brought to her. But when just the litany of calls hit the streets, and then on top of it at Christmas, well, not Christmas, but right after New Year's, the videos, baby, that was a wrap. That was a whole entire don't even bother.
I hear that part. Okay, well, thank you.
So what happened?
Thank you very much.
Coming back? You got to drink more water.
I do. It just, I'm not getting enough protein and vitamins in here. I'm not getting that shit. So they're going to take me back this week, they said, and do some more tests. Kept telling them that. Yeah. So they just saying feed you bland food. It don't have nothing in it. So, but anyway,
what?
Bland food. That means no seasoning.
You got to touch with the back of your hand. Your hand is dirty.
All
and
right.
You touch it with your face.
Yeah.
Touch your face with your dirty hands.
So you can see it. So you're saying you could see it. You could see it. It's not. It seems like it.
Dark. I didn't see it last time I was here.
Oh. Maybe because I had this on. This would brighten it up. How about that? Yeah. So anyway, so what you think? I do like the article that you read with the girl because everything she was saying was true. Every detail was.
Okay, so he said the article that you read, but you guys remember phone calls from prison put up a call. What was that? 5-6 days ago on 12/29. It was like she was talking about she was going to go live that night. He's like, "Aren't you getting ready to go to work?" And she says, "No, I'm not going to work." And he said, "No, you're live." That was on 12/29. So she ended up doing the live, I guess, maybe a day or two later. But that video where she read that long ass pamphlet comment, so he called it an article, right? The article that Sonia wrote, aka the post on her channel or DM or whatever it was. That's what he's referring to. So this is what 2 days later after she sat and read that damn long ass comment. So just to put a timestamp on what he's talking about, there you go.
True.
Anybody that goes through it knows this shit, how this shit go.
Yeah.
But people on the outside want to act like everything concerning the government is like it's like they do everything fair.
I wonder if he's talking about, so remember that comment that we read the other day with the girl? It was not the comment. Okay. So we listened to, let me go back because this was what, it's me at this moment trying to figure out, like, didn't we just watch a video about this? My bad, y'all. Days ago, the girl who wrote the damn pamphlet. All right. Let me look for that so I can refresh my memory. Because, girl, sometimes these calls, they're like, they give me PTSD, y'all. It's like a couple days later, I'm like, what happened? But I think he's talking about the girl who sent that long ass pamphlet and she sat up there and read that. I'm wondering if she's talking about that. But you know, Sonia is the classic bearer of bad news. So we can always count on Sonia to deliver him something awful. So really and truly, which awful article is she talking about today? But he seems to find inspiration. So that's his own, this is his cross to bear.
Like you sound dumb.
Oops.
No, that ain't true. That's not true.
Nothing, anything with the government is lies and deceit and crookedness, especially when it has to do with black people. They don't treat us right.
So you all right?
My eye, something happened to my eye. Go ahead. It was like a sharp pain.
Oh shit! You ain't breaking down like me, because I'm breaking down.
Please.
Okay.
We get old. That's okay.
So they still drilling everybody. Basically, what you're saying.
End up with me. I'll take care of you.
You'll be fine. We'll be just fine.
That's cool. Hey, look, no pressure. It's whatever.
What you mean? He ain't not with you. I'm stuck with you. And now nobody want me and you. Just me and you.
Girl, he said,
that's fine with me. I'm cool.
Girl, that's on some that part. Okay.
straight.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no complaints. I have no complaints. Like you said, a lot of people love to have you on their side. Even now, even if they outside out there, they would love to have you on their side. So a lot of people ain't got nobody. They talk all that shit, but they're really sitting at home by themselves. Yeah.
That's most of these bitter ass people. Everybody got a podcast now, which is so over like done. Like they do everything else. They overdo every fucking thing. And the biggest topic is everybody want to talk about is these bitter bitches want a high value man, and they be just so ratchet. Like these chicks be looking like ex strippers, and they be talking about, I need a high value man, and if he ain't making 6 figures, and if he ain't doing this, then he can't do nothing for me. And I'm sitting here like, girl, you look like you need a Burger King worker. Not even that, you need a homeless dude. That's about your status, because you ain't bringing nothing to the table. What are you bringing to the table?
Wow.
No class. No class. No class.
Yeah, all right. What you mean? You muted her. What you mean? She's like,
as soon as I looked at her, I was like, mute. I don't even want to hear what she got to say. I just went to the comments and just started reading the comments. You need a homeless dude.
She's so damn messy. She is so messy. She acts like she didn't come from out the comment section. She's the worst type that comes from out the comment section. She, like, no matter what she's saying, y'all, she's living for this. She is a messy ass trick. I'm telling you. That's my opinion, but she is messy. She's wearing the damn trash bags, okay? Girl, she's absolutely ridiculous. Girl. So she sees a comment. Okay, let's hear. Like, Sonya is in a position to be able to make a determination whether a woman is qualified or not for a high value man. That's the irony for me, as she is sitting across from a bum. Okay? She's sitting across from a complete bum, and she feels qualified to determine who can get what they want. Meanwhile, sis is waiting to get approval on her damn Social Security disability and her bankruptcy. Ma'am is having to make all kinds of financial maneuvers for whatever she got going on. And you think that you can make a determination on the next chick who's getting what they want? Let's hear her, or at least trying her strategy on dealing with comments. She loves it, Philly girl.
Because you ain't bringing nothing to the table. What are you bringing to the table?
wow.
No class. No class. No class.
Yeah, all right. What you mean? You muted her. What you mean? She's like,
as soon as I looked at her, I was like, mute. I don't even want to hear what she got to say. I just went to the comments and just started reading the comments. and because the comments will tell you what she's talking about. I just couldn't. Some people, you just look at them and be like, I don't even want to hear what's coming out of her mouth. She just sounded like she had like a whole, they say she talked like Daffy Duck. And you could just tell she was loud and just ignorant with the conversation. So I just didn't even want.
So apparently she was over on someone's channel and went to go read the comments and was disgusted by who the person was. I didn't even know who she was talking about, but at the end of the day, it really didn't matter because, again, ma'am, you're the topic, or not the topic, but you are part of the topic and couldn't even get 500 people in a live. Okay. So how are you sitting there criticizing other people who are getting up and trying, whether they had 10 people in a live? It doesn't matter. It's the effort, it's the activity that produces the results. But the only activity that Sonya ever puts in is quitting. She's constantly quitting or getting removed from something because nobody wants to deal with you direct.
Listen, it's a lot. A lot of times, just keep it on mute, and I just look at the pictures. I just really can't. I can't hear everybody. I just can't hear everybody.
Who is she talking about? What channel is she talking about? I guess I missed the first part of whatever she was talking about. Irregardless, or excuse me, regardless of the matter, sis loves this shit. So whatever.
And everybody's little thing about, all of this. Ever since Kevin Samuels died, everybody want to talk about, relationships and a man and a woman and all of this shit. How about everybody?
People haven't, Shirley hasn't been doing a strawberry letter for 20 years. Girl, Dr. Ruth. Girl, what's her name? The girl who does the singles meetup, Kendra G. They've been doing singles conversation, relationship. Like, I just love how she thinks she knows. She really doesn't know what she's talking about. Her frame of reference is like not accurate. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She really doesn't.
Just get your life right. Worry about the money last. Everybody worry about this.
They're worrying about the wrong thing.
Worry about the wrong shit. That is not happiness.
No, it's not.
For me, asking me what I do. I said I'm retired. One girl's like, retired? I'm like, I'm 55. Can't I be retired?
But most women or most people, first of all, men who are retired at 55 are rich or broke and homeless. They're not really retired. They're struggling. But men who are retired at 55 have done something to retire at 55. And most women who are retired at 55 have a husband in the aforementioned category, right? You're not retired, sis. You have been sat down because you got shot up and you're on SSI or SSD. SSD. Okay, that's what you're not retired.
This is true. This is true. This is very true.
Shoot.
Oh, for real? Yeah. Dumbass. You sound stupid.
Oh, they must think
you're retired, but you're steady trying to find 3 jobs. You're retired, but you're always steady trying to get some sort of gig or hustle. You're not retired, sis. You are unemployed on Social Security.
Age is 35 and older. They know how old I am. I had my hair down yesterday. I just watched it this morning.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And they were like,
I had my hair down yesterday. Yes. Like, that's really doing something. Girl, stop it.
I was going to wash it and wear it up last night, but I didn't have time. But the girls, because one girl, you need to go get your hair done, because I always wear my hair like this, right? And then that one bitch, the blogger, always talk about my raggedy ponytails, right? And I'm like, I've been doing my hair for how long? 45, 50 years? I've been doing my hair since I was 7. Who is trying to just sit here and worry about trying to be creative when I'm sitting at home by myself? I'm not looking at nobody. I'm not out checking for nobody. So my hair is what it is. So, and then you see what they shit look like. You talking about my shit? Yo shit, look, that bitch got this much hair. And it ain't on purpose. She got this much hair by accident. I'm sitting there like, you can't even come for my shit, period. So it was down yesterday. And,
it was down yesterday, and them was commenting on it. That's what you're saying.
I was waiting for the weave comment to say, "Oh, you got weave in your hair," because a lot of people be trying to be funny. Them bitches be trying to be funny with me. They be trying to come for me, and I be just sitting there smiling the whole time. And they be mean, and they be talking all kind of shit. And I just be sitting there reading it with a smile on my face, and they be like, "Oh my gosh, she's not getting mad or anything. You just take everything with such great stride." It's one person. So a couple people, I think, is somebody in the circle. It's like every time I get on, it's like 3 people I feel like this in the circle, either related to somebody that's mad at you or the daughter or something like that. It's in the circle, right? Because of the comments they be saying and how they be coming off. And I still like, you know what? Oh, well, he took her this and then bought that RV. Da, 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 da. I said, you know what? I don't know the details of anything. And the only thing I could say, all of that is civil. It's civil.
There she goes with his damn civil. I swear to God, between civil and character, I don't know which one gets on my nerves more.
I said, because you got to look at the circumstances around it. If somebody got a problem, they should have sued them civilly. It's not criminal. I said, so I said, that's how it
It's
looks to me.
civil.
I said, I don't know. He can't talk about his defense, but everything to me looks civil. Just truly trying to, because a lot of people don't know that option.
And to you, what does that mean? To me, everything looks civil. Who are you? Who are you? You're not anybody for that analysis to even hold any weight. You're not even a real true crimer, much less a certified license. Let's get into it. You guys, oh my God, I messed it up. I'm like, she's not even a real true crime. My bad. Hold on. Where are we? Oh shit. Okay.
That shit down too. So they not bringing that up no more. They down.
She.
They
That's often to say.
I
That's
already watched that though. See what they shit look like.
Okay.
You talking about
Here we
my
go.
shit?
Sorry, my
Yo,
bad.
shit. Look, that bitch got this much hair, and it ain't on purpose. She got this much hair by accident. I'm sitting there like,
And what? So she's of that variety. So she's got this much hair, and it's not on accident. Are we still doing that at 50? Okay, she's got, and so what? So what? That's a diss? That is so sad. She is so ignorant and trash canish. Like, how is that even a so the rate that your hair grows, or if your hair doesn't grow, whatever the situation is, or however you've decided to rock your head, she's got this much hair and it's not on accident. What is that? What does that mean? What does that mean? That means you're not smart. That means you're not attractive. That means you're not beautiful. That means what? I would like to know what that actually means, because that doesn't even, like, what are you trying to say? I would love to hear her expand on that, because I could think of just 5 celebrities off the top of my head that I would love to see you debate the value of those people, those beautiful women, either by choice, by circumstance, whatever, that you have decided to diminish their value, worth, beauty, contribution, anything based on some, and her hair is this long. And she's so disgusting.
you can't even come for my shit. Period. So it was down yesterday.
Girl,
And
you're a bum. You're a whole bum. You are a bum.
And them was commenting on it. That's what you're saying.
I was waiting for the weave comment to say, "Oh, you got weave in your hair," because a lot of people be trying to be funny. Them bitches be trying to be funny with me. They be trying to come for me, and I be just sitting there smiling the whole time. And they be mean, and they be talking all kind of shit. And I just be sitting there reading it with a smile on my face, and they be like, "Oh my gosh, she's not getting mad or anything. You just take everything with such great stride." This one person.
Oh, so she's projecting, because she did have a little short natural, didn't she? She had a little short Jerry curl, something like that. Okay. And now she does the 27 piece or whatever, right? Okay. So she's projecting. That's what that explains. Ma'am felt a certain type of way because she's a small stature, puny woman, and she wanted to have she wanted to have a certain aesthetic, and she's been able to achieve this aesthetic at this moment, and finds the value in her aesthetic, her as a woman, rather than what really counts, which is that brain power. And that's why she's so mad at the YouTube streets, because the YouTube streets has a brain power that she can't even really reconcile.
So a couple people, I think, is somebody in the circle. It's like every time I get on, it's like 3 people I feel like that's in the circle, either related to somebody that's mad at you, or the daughter, or something like that. It's in the circle, right? Because of the comments they be saying, how they be coming off. And I feel like, you know what? Oh, well, he took her this, and then bought that RV, and da 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 da. I said, you know what? I don't know the details of anything, and the only thing I can say, all of that is simple. It's simple.
It's civil. There she goes with his damn civil. I swear to God, between civil and character, I don't know which one gets on my nerves more.
I said, because you got to look at the circumstances around it. If somebody got a problem, they should have sued them civilly. It's not criminal. I said, so. I said, that's how it looks to me. I said, I don't know. He can't talk about his defense, but everything to me looks civil. Just truly trying to, because a lot of people don't know that option.
And to you, what does that mean? To me, everything looks civil. Who are you? Who are you? You're not anybody for that analysis to even hold any weight. You're not even a real true crimer, much less a certified, licensed, or experienced with an ethical practice paralegal or legal secretary, receptionist, like anything. Who are you? In your legal analysis is civil. What? What, ma'am? Girl, have a seat. Your analysis holds no weight whatsoever.
Oh, call the police. You know, a lot of Black folks, they don't know the difference between something that's civil and something that could be criminal. And I'm like,
they don't know the difference between
I'm just trying
something
to figure
that's
out
civil.
why they're not talking about the real
criminal.
shit, that R shit.
They did.
That's I'm finna say
I
that's
already squashed that though. I already said it. I said dates don't add up.
I already quashed that though. She thinks, do you not see how she thinks she's running these streets? She thinks she's running everything. She thinks she's managing the dialogue. She thinks she is handling that narrative. Good morning, Tracy Jones. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, all of the beautiful faces. Good morning, Bougie Gang. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We are here for an early morning one. We're going to get through this, and then I'll be back over on Love, Lies, and Lace Fronts a little bit later. I got to take Boo-Boo to tennis in about 30 minutes, but we're going to finish this.
Squash that, though. I already said it. I said dates don't add up. I said he didn't even meet her till after the son got shot, which is end of July. So if that happened in January, there's no way. They didn't even know each other. I said, so that's a whole lie. I said, and it's not even adding up. And then too, how come it's not indicted? There's no evidence. There's no witnesses. There's no nothing. I said, so how come they just didn't go ahead and indict on that? There's no further investigation needed for that. Indict. I said, but they ain't indicted. What's that about?
So she thinks she's dropping the mic. She thinks that what she just it's not indictable. He didn't mean anything. Well, apparently what he told you, because how would you know these facts? You're stating things as facts. If you're saying this is facts, he's obviously discussed the case with you, and the prosecution may know different. They have other facts to support that he did know her during those time periods. And he's also admitted that he's known the family for years. So how do you know the grandmother for years? How do you know the father is a real OG? How do you know all of these facts surrounding the family? You're a family friend for 40 years, Nesto, but you don't know the granddaughter? How did that happen?
So, and then the CP, I already broke that shit down too. So they not bringing that up no more. They not.
She thinks that she is quashing the commentary, or like the content of the commentary, the subject matter. She's actually driving what people are talking about. Absolutely not. You're not driving it. There's just sometimes that certain dialogue is more relevant, or just there's things happening, there's hearings, there were court dates. So sometimes we were talking about, there was a long time we weren't even talking about the financial crimes. It was all about the sexual assault. It was all about the CP. Right now it's all about the RICO, right? Like you're not making that happen. Fulton County is what's making that happen. And the bloggers, really, the bloggers is who's setting the pace between phone calls from prison and the actual channels that are covering this case. That's who's setting the pace, Sonia. You're not setting the pace. You are reacting to what we, the streets, are putting out, depending on how you feel about that messaging at the time.
Serious shit. You know, so it's just somebody, the people that's just mad about the money, those two chicks. That's what it is. Them two girls. Somebody on their team, or it's them, you know, talking and, you know, okay, that's civil. If that's what you feel, if you go by what the warrant says, it's civil. I said, I don't know his side of the story. All I know is if you look at the warrant and it breaks everything down as far.
You heard how she said, I don't know his side of the story. Well, of course you know his side of the story because you're saying that it doesn't hold any weight. So you would have to know something to be able to rebuttal with the streets on how it's civil and it's this and that. How are you coming to a conclusion that it's civil if you don't know the story? Can you make it make sense, please? Like, ma'am is so dumb. She's so dumb. Okay. Let him steal from you then. Okay. And it's not even just this, it's all the things, right? But she really thinks she's driving the topics. Girl, bye. No and no.
As far as how the relationship went, how everything went about, it's civil. It's civil. You can't tell me it's criminal. I said if he went in her purse behind her back and took it without her knowledge, that's criminal.
And you know what? Another thing, her making friends with a YouTube Streets blogger is part of that plan, because somebody who is impressionable and doesn't have their own ability to kind of drive their own messaging and is easily influenced by opportunity and access, okay? Someone who is influenced by I said what I said, opportunity and access, who will do what they need to do to be able to say they've got an exclusive or they have certain type of access. They feed these type of people right here, feed a certain messaging so that they can go to their hole and hit their go live and say, I think he's changed. I think he's changed. I see a new person. I see some accountability. Oh, I'm driving that message. I squash that. Da 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 ba ba da da da. And then they get in their troll accounts and come to comments and come to live streams and try to say provocative things, and nobody gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real. Okay. But this is a perfect illustration right here for a couple of reasons. Number one, the visits. She thought she was safe right here. You see how comfortable she is, how she's just diarrhea mouthing it. Okay. Everything prior to this, because there's another visit after this one, like a week later. And she's very much in trepidation. Okay. She is trepidation. She's exercising extreme caution because a few minutes in, you know, the visits have hit the YouTube streets and everything, right? And then we see that in the text messages, okay? But right here, sis comfortable. Sis thinks this is just another call with the prosecutor. She knows that the phone calls weren't safe. At this moment, she didn't know that the video visits weren't safe. So that's why she's running that yap, okay? And then she comes back the following week, and this is the decline of the visits, because, you know, she was coming every single week, and then the visits started dwindling off. But let me give you that. Do I have that piece of paper, girl? And then I put it away. Oh, is this it right here? Hold on. Oops. Oh shit. My bad. If you think Sonia hasn't been to visit, she has. I posted 6:15 in Patreon, the Sonia, the Bible Lady visit, but there is a 6:17, 6:26, and 6:30 visit. I don't know what she's done in July yet. We're only 2 weeks in, but I'll find out on Monday. But as far as June is concerned, sis been over there. 617, 626, 630. So I'm sure our good friends over at Phone Calls from Prison will be getting us those sooner than later. Okay. But that's coming from the latest visitor log. Okay. Okay. And I think Bible Lady, she's bootlegging a little bit and dropping things ahead, but you can't make heads or tails out of what's going on. I don't know how that lady posts stuff into her channel for play, but it's always like you can never really understand what's going on. So anyway, let's get back to the member live that was recorded 2 days ago. Let's get back into it.
I said, if he went in and pulled money out of her bank account without her knowledge, that's criminal. I said, if he met her and sold her a dream in that day and that Tuesday got her, that can be considered criminal. I said, but you ain't gonna be with nobody fucking 10 months and your bill's about $10,000-$15,000 a month and tell me that shit was a swindle. I said, that ain't no money. I said, that's civil. So,
What you got going on the rest of the day?
Look at her face. Look, she really, I don't know if she's trying to pump Nesto's head up like he's some sort of damn El Chapo or something like that, that his cons were just too small to be his cons. But how about his cons were his cons? How about that? She's thinking he's some sort of major player out here because he's got all the accessories and all of the look of somebody who's actually doing something. But Sir was running around here trying to get $200 and $300, trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. Okay. Girl, he was over here using a school teacher's credit card for a couple of $1,000s. Okay. I think she really thought he was a player. He was out here, had money. Also, he's got the wife who's got the prominent job, right? It had to become clear when she read these police reports how penny ante this guy was, how he was damn sticking up veterans for damn $10,000. Okay? He was writing bad checks. He is duping women out of their savings accounts. He was taking what he could get according to the indictment. He went from little things to big things, but it wasn't ever major scores or anything like that. It's just that his footprint stretched for so long, it added up to something. But when you look individually, of course, the impact on the individuals are great. So I'm not diminishing the actual crimes per se. But as far as someone who's riding around in a damn Rolls Royce that's on the repo list, that explains it. Sir wasn't running around here trying to get major things going on, major crimes like the people. Someone asked me to talk about what happened in Minnesota. Those people fleeced the government for $250 million. Okay. A pandemic scheme, one of the biggest schemes prosecuted by the federal government. $250 million. Okay. I saw a guy, they busted some people, some postal workers that they said have stolen like $5, $6, $7 million. This guy, this RICO stretches out over 11 something years. It doesn't even reach to 1 million. So again, I'm not trying to diminish the value of this RICO, but he wasn't bringing in major dough. Let's put it that way. Because keep in mind, he got the teacher. He was stretching out her credit union credit cards. Okay. I feel like the biggest mark that he had was the lady Galen Bickham, who he got her for almost about $200,000. Okay. So again, the victims are victims. It is what it is. But when you're looking at Nesto and the totality of the portfolio of crime, Sir is on some 2-bit hustler type. That's just my opinion. I don't know why she wants to put down the put down. I mean, in a way, her putting down, like him knowing, let's just say Mesto has done all of these things, right? And he's, yes. So to your point, Shirley was his biggest mark because that was the long game. He married her and he juiced her. Absolutely. So Shirley definitely was, because he was taking all her paychecks. He demolished her credit with her own help, because Shirley was, in my opinion, credit challenged. She had issues, so he was a perfect person for him to embed, because maybe those details weren't high up on her list and she was happy to turn that responsibility over, but didn't realize that she turned over her finances to somebody who was going to take her mess and make it into just a complete pile of shit. So yes, absolutely. Sitting there guilty as hell, pretending he's innocent, but she's steady putting down your con as not good enough to be your con. You see how weird that is? So he can't even defend himself on the fact that, like, okay, that's what I was doing, because she's calling it out as it wasn't even good enough for him. But that's what he has been, accused of for decades. This is his con, coming somewhere around $10,000 or less, credit cards, confidence schemes, all of these things. He's got a laundry list of people that he has done the same thing to over and over and over again. This is what he does. This is what he does. And he can't say shit about it. But she's trying to make it seem like it's not good enough for him, but that's what he does. Girl, she thinks he's his only Cinderella.
Going back home.
He's just
I was
laughing.
out with, okay, so you know
Okay,
Diamond,
so listen
she's
to
a
this.
rapper from Crime Mob, that from Atlanta, that rap group Crime Mob from the 90s.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you remember that? Because you know you old.
I do remember that.
I
But I
used
don't
to know
remember the
everybody
girl
from
though.
Atlanta. Diamond, she
Not
was
really.
the pretty of the two. It was 2 girls and 2 boys. Crime Mob.
Okay.
So we were out. That's who I was with last night. I was with her, Madison, and 2 other girls. And
Okay, who were you with? Who you were with? Who did you said you don't know? Which we know you know her, but who was that again? Say it one more time, Sonia.
I was with last night. I was with her, Madison, and 2 other girls.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Girl, a mess. An absolute mess. You know, Matt, you know Diamond from the 90s. It was 2 girls and 2 boys. It was the Crime Mob. That's who I was with. With her, Madison. Hold on a second, guys. Girl, I didn't hit that back button one too many times. I don't know why StreamYard cannot keep up with your girl. Can you tell me how you don't know someone you spent New Year's Eve with? I'm just throwing that out there. You know, I think there's days and times like birthdays, things of that nature that we put to our memory, right? This is New Year's Eve 2024. How is it that you don't know someone that you went out with on New Year's Eve? And it's documented not by a screenshot, not by a screen recording, not by some eavesdropping. It's documented on a global tel-link call where you drove your ass to a parking lot, parked, went inside, registered as a guest for somebody incarcerated in the county, sat your behind down in their chairs, got on their phone and sat there and said, you spent New Year's Eve with who? Are we 1807? Okay, let me reset this. She's stuck in the 90s.
you remember that? Because you know you old.
I do remember that.
I
But I
used
don't
to know
remember the
everybody
girl
from
though.
Atlanta. Diamond. She
Not
was
really.
the pretty of the two. It was 2 girls and 2 boys. Crime mob.
Okay.
So we were out. That's who I was with last night. I was with her, me, her, Madison, and 2 other girls. And then
Mhm.
they went to Magic City. I left and went home. They went to Magic City. My old ass can't hang. I was like, I ain't going to Magic City.
It's like Armand Wiggins. Remember when Armand Wiggins said about Al Reynolds? Al Reynolds knows all these celebrities, but the gag is the celebrities don't know him. Okay, girl, they don't know you, sis. Okay.
So I wanted to go to Magic City, and she said everybody was there. She was like T.I., Tiny, Little Duval, Scrappy, what's the name? Everybody was at Magic City.
Okay. You know, the funny thing is about her name dropping Diamond, and she said it was her, it was 2 girls, it was 2 boys. And then she says everybody was at Magic City, T.I., Scrappy. Well, Scrappy was in the crime mob with Diamond. Like, did you not realize, did you not put that 2 and 2 together? Did someone have to help you know who the crime mob was, or did you know who the crime mob was? Because when you were mentioning crime mob, like, oh yeah, and Scrappy was at they went to Magic City later and Scrappy was there. That was her, like making since you want to make the connect, it's like, oh, sis, you are right on time, Miss Ebony. How are you, boo-boo? Okay. Just a name dropping for no good damn reason. Don't even know who you're talking about. But you weren't hanging out with them, so you were over there at their table or something. Like, what? There could be anybody in the house. That doesn't mean that you're partying with them. And so what? Which she didn't go, but it's like, and what about it?
Last night, I was like, and I had already was exhausted from, going to Whiskey Mistress. So I was like, really? She's like, yeah. I said, that's cool. I don't care. Working in the strip club industry in Miami, I saw nothing but famous people on a regular. So to, me, I'm not really a starstruck type person.
Right.
Although they try to make it seem like that. I'd be like, y'all don't understand who I know, who I've been around, all the tour buses.
Y'all don't understand who I know. She's talking about her friend group. So she's talking about Madison right there. Y'all don't know who I know. Listen to her go in and out on this. Like that. This is one of the reasons why Madison isn't dealing with you. Because, okay.
I've been on all the backstages, all the NFL players. I had a very fulfilling 20s. My 20s.
Girl, riddled with bullets in prison, but you knew all the NFL players. You were on tour buses and all of the things. Okay, sis.
I did that damn thing. So we ain't worried about all that little shit. Like a lot of these people are. I was like, if I wanted to, I could have. I didn't want to be.
Them folks a little too old for that though.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, look, sis needs to get a grip.
So what you call it, a wannabe.
Oh.
People that wannabe.
Okay. Okay.
So is it fair to say that she was calling Madison a wannabe at that moment? Madison's a wannabe groupie type situation? That's what it sounded like to me.
Oh,
Are you all right? You like you're sitting up like you gotta go.
No, I don't have to go.
Wait, before we get to that, girl, but T.I. and that girl, they're not spring chickens either now, girl. You know what I mean? It sounded like there was a bunch of grown folks in there, and that might have been the grown folk club. Because if you got if the list of people they were talking about, that's the over 40 club right there. Okay. The young people, I don't know. I can't say the young people aren't at Magic City because maybe they are, but at the end of the day, that might have been grown night, okay? Because the list of people, the who's who that she mentioned are some grown folks with grandchildren and such. Okay? These are all grown folk. So, me personally, I don't have a problem with grown folk nightlife. I think the real thing is Sonya pretending to be friends with somebody that she is low-key putting down to her jailhouse boyfriend behind their back. Like, that's your homegirl. That's your homegirl. Yeah, but Madison was at the party. Madison and her brought in New Year's together. For her and her escapades of her 20s. Okay, look how grimy she is about it.
I didn't
But
want to be.
them folks a little too old for that though.
That I be like, y'all don't understand who I know, who I've been around, all the tour buses that I've been on,
all the tour buses I've been on, girl, all of the filet that I have spread all up and down, all around
stages, all that.
And this is what she's saying to the love of her life. She's such a weirdo dummy. Like, she's so weird. She's such a weirdo.
NFL players. I had a very fulfilling 20s. My 20s, I did that.
Girl, including jail, including prison. Girl, you are a convicted felon in Ohio. Are you kidding me? Good morning, 504. Good morning to everybody coming in. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We are with the shits early, okay? Sis saw her way to, I was like, I think I got an hour. Let's get into it, okay? Girl, but StreamYard is like, we're not into it. Okay, hold on.
We ain't worried about all that little shit. Like a lot of these people are. I was like, if I wanted to, I could have. I didn't want to be.
Them folks a little too old for that
She's
though.
feeling some type of way.
Oh, so what you call a wannabe?
Oh.
People that wannabe.
Okay. Okay.
Was she talking about Madison being a wannabe? So he said them folks too old for that though. So Madison's over there. I mean, Diamond had a career, or has a career. They're doing old school hip hop tours with Scrappy and all them. I mean, whatever they're doing, that's their business. But if you got people who are, you're saying wannabes, I'm wondering, is this one of the clips that Madison heard that she knew for sure that Sonya was talking about her? Because who's the wannabes? Nesto's saying them folks too old for that over there at Magic City, and not really, because Madison is one of these seniors, she enjoys that strip club circuit. I don't know, ma'am, if you look at her Instagram, ma'am up there half naked half the time at the strip club. So she's still into the profession. I don't know if she was in it to begin with, but she's definitely into it now. And so maybe she was talking about right? Nesto was definitely talking about Madison, and she is too. Because if he's talking about her saying them folks too old for all that, and she's saying, well, that's their wannabes, and you don't know, and they don't know who I've been around, as far as like, I'm not really jealous, or I'm not studying, you know what I mean, anything that y'all are doing, because I've been there, done that. Okay. She's the wannabe. Yes.
All right. You're sitting out like you gotta go.
No, I don't have to go. Hell no.
Oh, okay.
I gotta get up and go. I can't. That shit I cannot hold. Literally. That's weird.
Okay.
I cannot hold.
So he said the way you're sitting there, you look like you got to go. They're talking about her poo-poo. They're talking about her gastro problems at this point. Okay. Listen to this. The fact that she has sat there and told him so much about her gastro situation is disgusting.
Hold that.
Girl,
That's,
spreading that.
my
she can't hold that.
Whenever I gotta go, I gotta be like, oh, gotta go. But before I left, I did, and I didn't eat, so I'm good. So.
Okay, I got you. Okay. How do you just stand to live with that pain like that?
Either that or die.
Well, you had your glasses on. Okay, your glasses look like my glasses. Shit. I ain't think you could.
No. I can't see when I have them on because you're far. I can see when you're far because the picture is big. If it's up close and small, is what I cannot see. Like I can't.
Okay,
read.
Okay, can you see when you're doing your thing? Are you scrunching like that? And when you're doing your podcast, you sitting here scrunching too?
No, I have to wear my glasses during the podcast because I have to read the comments, and the comments are very little, and they're at the bottom of the screen. So I have to sit there and read them. But I keep getting these offers where these people want to come in and help me read for me and all of that stuff. I'm like, girl, I'm trying to make this no fucking habit. I just be trying to
She says, I keep getting offers. There's people who keep wanting to come in and read for me. Who in the hell? And I know I've heard on the YouTube streets this week that there has been some of those shenanigans going on. Girl, I'm not even. You know what? There's something on your computer called a reader. If there's a day I really don't want to read something, or if I'm posting up a video with an article or something like that, which I haven't really, I haven't been posting videos like that, like edited videos in a while. But I know how to use a reader. There's a whole function in my phone editor, on my computers, that I can let the computer do it for me. And I don't need anybody reading for me. And if she would get up off her phone and get herself a laptop, then you could open up the app in the computer, which is more conducive to live streaming. But if you want to sit there and do it on your phone, I mean, okay. Sis is ridiculous.
Clear the fucking, the big shit, and then just let that go.
So there are people who are that desperate to be up under Sonya to read her comments for her. I mean, I think she ended up having Yvette do that, but that's strange to me. That's strange. Okay, whatever. Girl, whatever.
Go. Like, they gonna get on there because the one bitch who brought all my information out, the one who did a story on Dion getting arrested and all of this shit, her little deep investigative ass, she had did another titled podcast or whatever story talking about I haven't been out, they haven't seen me in weeks because it's been 2 weeks since I did the last one. And I'm like, what do y'all think I'm about to, like, y'all really think I'm about to be on here every other day?
She is so bothered. She is so bothered. I know, right? I was just about to say that. Drop some little blue hearts in the chat. Okay. She's so bothered. She's so bothered. Okay.
She's something like I'm about to be on here talking to y'all about that shit. No, I don't have to, like, I need to answer to y'all, like, y'all my situations or something. Like, no, I'm not. And I just did that for the last year. I said, we ain't talking about this shit in 24.
Hey,
so I don't know what to tell y'all. I said, but y'all really need to find something else to do because we ain't talking about this going in 24. These heifers.
You're not running anything in 24, 25, 26, 27, sis. You don't run nothing on this internet. The internet runs itself, okay? It's called Al, okay? Al makes it do what it do, okay? And that's on per. You're not running anything. Just that mouth.
Nothing else to talk about.
Get control of that, yeah.
The case. I said, but as far as all that, me, him, and her shit, I said, we ain't talking about that.
Yeah, that shit. Oh, they ain't drilling her. They probably start drilling her.
What the other CCs are saying? Because she's here. She's in the bushes. And then there's something called the ops. There's ops. I mean, look, at the end of the day, ain't nobody stopping nothing. So ops, whatever, anybody can be here. I mean, I can't stop anybody. People opt in for membership or whatever they do, subscribe. That's their business. At the end of the day, and what about it? Okay. What about it? It's not stopping anything.
And that team over there, I know they done laid off them by now. Because it ain't nothing else to go on.
Because their job allow them to respond to anything to keep it. And the thing of it is if that girl wasn't releasing them calls, it would have died. But she keeps releasing them, and they keep watching.
That's not true. I mean, phone calls from prison coming out with this content has added an additional layer. But I was over here reporting on this without the videos. Okay, without the videos. And we all know how phone calls from prison got here. Okay. So it made sense. And it was like, if you can get those phone calls, girl, let me know. Okay. But there were people reporting on this without the videos. This has just added like a whole different dimension, which has been amazing. Right. But won't Al do it? Won't Al do it? It's period. Okay. You guys know how this whole thing went down. But at the end of the day, it is there's a lot of opportunity to collaborate out here. And when you see someone doing something, it's like, oh, you can get phone calls. Okay, well, I'm working on this story and you might have some interest in it, because if there's phone calls, this might be juicy. And then look at Al. Okay? But other people try to say their damn boots on the ground. Boots on the ground didn't even think of that. Boots in the clouds did. Okay? Okay? Stop playing.
That shit.
She's just
So
mad.
as long as she's releasing and she getting them high ass numbers, even if she got 1,000, she gonna keep releasing that shit.
Well, because that's what she does. Susan Smith, the Adelsons, damn, that crazy boy and his mom who starved the brother. I mean, that's what she does. That is her content. That's what they do. It's called phone calls from prison, not phone calls from Nesto. It's called phone calls from prison. That's what they do. Okay, that's what they do. She's so mad.
But she's getting 50,000, 32,000. You know, she's not getting no less than 30,000 a call.
Okay.
She making that money, so she gonna keep releasing them.
That's what it all boils down to. They are so concerned about these AdSense checks. Meanwhile, this dummy fumbled the ball. She could have been out here. Look how Kayla Bumpus came out here and was like, "Hey, everybody, okay." You see how you're a topic of conversation and you come and you run the ball to a touchdown. Whether Kayla is here for a long time or a short time, she's made her presence known. People were talking about her. She started to be part of the story. She has a key component to the story. Is she the story? No. Young Thug and all the guys who are YSL, that's the story, right? But she became part of the story and she capitalized on it, right? Woody is part of the story. He clocked in, right? She could have clocked in, but she's so fucking bothered. She's so bothered. And what does the YouTube streets? We enjoy somebody bothered, but if you're extra bothered, you're going to be left out. They'll just be talking about you being bothered. Rather than running the ball, she fumbled the ball.
Start re-releasing them and changing the names and shit. That's what she gonna do. Change the dates and all of that. So just so they listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was last year, you really can't tell when the conversation was. Somebody was on there. Maybe just coming there like, y'all really, like, I don't remember. They be just trying to, like, what about when you said, I'm like, I don't remember that. What about, I don't remember that. Well, you told him that she need to pay something, that her people need to get the money up to pay for his fees. I said, I don't remember ever talking about her having to get any money up. I said, that's something I would never say. I said, because that's on their situation if she want to get the money up. I said in the beginning about being there for him as a person, not financially, just being there. Remember what I said when I first came around?
You couldn't say anything about her being there for him financially because she was. She was there for him financially. So there was nothing to be said, Miss, I'll pay for phone calls. Okay?
Right. I remember that. Yeah.
She needed to support you like if you were her child. But I wasn't talking money. I was talking,
No, I understand.
She doesn't need to support him like he's her child. She was supporting him as if that is her husband, because that's what it was. And I know some of you guys are going to comment and say, Fran, you got to remember this was not a traditional marriage. They weren't really married. According to Shirley in her divorce papers, she's only recently learned that he was a bigamist. And however their relationship was, that's what it was. People have non-traditional marriages. We won't know their marriage until we get her side of the story. But at the end of the day, the bottom line is that a woman does not support their husband like a child. A woman supports their husband as a husband. But this weirdo who knows nothing about marriage and unconditional love because she really doesn't believe in it, she is saying that a woman should support her husband like a child. You got to be fucking kidding me. It's a whole different thing. And a man who is conducting himself like you gets a damn long handle spoon. You lucky you getting a spoon. She helped him financially, and she was there for him to the point that she could be relationship wise, because this motherfucker is an asshole. She gave him everything he needed, a lifeline and cash. That's what he deserved, minimally, from a wife to a husband. He got more actually than what I would think.
Your lawyers, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you're okay.
Girl.
I wasn't talking money. They went straight to pocket. But that's all they think about. All these people are so fucking.
Let me say that one more time. This woman is not equipped to speak on marriage. I'm sorry. This lady never even made it a year of marriage. I think she was technically married a couple of years to Mr. Waller, who had to hunt her ass down to get the divorce papers signed. But as someone who has been with someone for way longer than she can even count, okay, and 10 years in the game, married, baby, you can't speak on marriage. There is no way that I love my husband like a fucking child. Are you kidding me? I love him as a man and as a husband. See, you trying to make men into children, loving a man like he's your son, that's what's got you over there sitting there talking to Nesto, okay? And us grown women who are women and who have men in our lives who behave like men and who are in a position as a husband that maintain a proper relationship with their wife as a decent husband, not running around cheating with side hens with big mouths, get treated with the utmost respect, okay? And get all the privileges and benefits that a husband would get. Not a son, because sons don't get what husbands and fathers get. Sons get what sons get. Husbands and grown men get what husbands and grown men get. This is a woman who didn't even make it 4 months, trying to give her perspective on marriage, who's sitting there with Shirley Strawberry's husband. The utter gall. You don't even have it right, sis. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Money is the root of.
It's so funny how she loves to come with kind of Bible-y type euphemisms. Meanwhile, she's an atheist.
Yeah, it's going.
It's either the text works for you or it doesn't. Like it's so interesting that all of your examples you love to pull from the Bible, but you're not a believer. Like you can't use this word against believers. You just can't do it. It's void. Okay, we see you, sis.
Money in.
It's
Just
fucking
going in.
crazy. You think it's just the end of all. Like what? I said, girl, what, nobody talking about money. I don't know what she got, and he wasn't even talking about money. So why would you assume it was money? He didn't say he needed money and nobody's looking out. That wasn't even a conversation. So why did you jump to fucking money? And I said, that's
Right.
fucking think that's talking about, oh, that's when I told you that's when they was talking about, oh, she got $5 million and da 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 da. And I was like, well, that's fucked up for you to say that's all she got going for is money. 'Cause money come and money go. I said, that's not even nice to even say that about a person. So he's supposed to want her because she got $5 million. I said, that's not nice. I said, that's good to be solid financially. I said, but you shouldn't want a person because of that or say.
No, let me just add this in on a Saturday morning. No, you were nervous because you heard that tea dropped about Shirley getting her contract renegotiated and her bumping up that check. You were nervous. Everything she talks about here, like she sits there here and talks about conversations on the internet, like she's having them with Nesto. Everything that she says is deliberate to advance herself in making this ninja hers. And little does she know the gag is that she's all he's got anyway. you really don't even need to be trying so hard because he's already decided he was going to ride you like a pony till he gets up out of that jail. And then the next big booty, big purse, cash having female that crosses his path, he going to be out. Because that's what he does. This is a guy who's been married 5 times. You know, there's some men that will live their life and will never be married. This Negro has been out here to the altar 5 times and only 2 divorces. Do you know I don't even know what the statistics are, but a man married 5 times, girl, he is certified community peen. What do we say about a woman who's been married 4 and 5 and 6 times? That's like, wow. Some people make it 1 time. There's people out here make it 2, maybe even 3. But 5 is a rarity. And a man at 5, you already know what the deal is. Sis, you are a temporary fix to a long-term problem, okay? The long-term problem is this man right here, Mr. Ernest Williams. He is his own worst enemy, sis. You are what he calls a short-term fix, a female, okay? A female that he deals with to get what he wants and what he needs. That's what you are, boo-boo. You are how he handles his addiction. Okay? He's using you, boo. Boo. Thank you for the sticker. Check. Thank you for the check. Thank you for the addition to my check. Okay? This is mad. That makes the pocket watchers, which, because that is a thing, pocket watching. There is something called pocket watching on this internet. And when you are successful, you know, people, the neighbors watch you, your coworkers. Don't come up to the job with your new Mercedes Benz. Okay. Don't come up there with something foreign. Okay. It's a thing. When you are out here doing your thing, there are people out here doing their thing, and it's called pocket watching. They want to see what you got because they're mad because they can't figure it out.
Hey, oh, he need to be with her because of that. No, he need to be with her because of how he feel about her or how their relationship is. It shouldn't be. Money should be the last thing on the list, not the first and only thing. Shut her ass right up. Feels like, yeah, true. I said, so, get off the pocket. You don't hear me and him talking about who got money and ooh, such and such and such. We don't even be having those conversations. Y'all think everything is surrounded by money. You got 4 minutes. Go ahead, you talk.
We don't hear you guys sitting around talking about money. Girl, that's a whole lie. Girl, if I had the lie button right now, I would hit mash down on that damn lie button, okay? Girl.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Every time she says it's civil, it's civil, it's civil. Every time she says it's civil, she's pocket watching, talking about money. It's civil. You're in a relationship. It's civil. Okay? It's civil.
No, we
Okay,
can't talk
love.
like that. How they think about that?
I understand. Well, I love you very much. You keep it going. Keep your head strong. I'm going to try to keep my shit strong and tight the best I can. I guess I get my Bible next week. I guess it'll come next week, my Bible. Yeah. So I'm just trying.
How quick I can do it. What's your money looking like?
I ain't got no more money. I'm done. The day the 1st.
Okay. I'll put some on it today.
Yeah, so I'm just
I got a credit card for it. I got a credit card. I got another credit card. I was trying to think because I had paid both of them down, but then I kind of went shopping. But but I'm I can do it.
Girl, she goes shopping at the damn Just Fashion, and you ran up a credit card with them fashions that you buy. Girl, you better leave them little $500 33% cards alone, honey. Okay? You better leave them them high ass interest rate $500 limit cards alone. Okay? Because if you go shopping and you're telling us you done ran the card all the way up, baby, that's what are you really talking about? Miss $17,000 a month restaurant commercial space. Girl, that was not in her name. That was not in her name. It was no parts of her name. Or I'm gonna throw this out. She had to have gotten a EIN, or she had to have gotten some sort of means to be able to trick folk. Okay. That was on some trickery. If she had commercial space in her name, it's on some trickery. It's on some, there's already been a dispossessory filed and there might be a lawsuit because they came for Peter Thomas, who is a known restaurateur who has issues. We know Peter has an issue every couple of years, right? We've seen that. It's been documented. That's no new news. But for Peter to default for $8-9 million, and he's established businessman, baby, she's not even on that level. She's riding around in scooters and trying to flex $500 cards to go buy a pair of jeans. Okay? Sis is waiting on SSD checks. What is she talking about? So he needs something and she's trying to figure out how to pay for it, that she done ran up a card. Where's the cash? Where I'm from, cash is king. Credit is absolutely necessary. We must have credit. You have to. That's part of the portfolio. But cash, baby, there's nothing that beats cash. Nothing.
Okay.
So it's not registered to the thing. So I'm going to go to the machine and do it.
Oh, okay. I got it. I understand. Well, I'm just hoping I get a date and that I get some type of relief when it's time for me to go in there.
Sonya's used to being around some bummish ass females with no cash or credit or coin. No cash, no credit, no coins. Okay? That's what this should be called today. No cash, no credit, no coins. Okay? The fact that she can't do something, that's about like, Lambo, we're not asking for your input right now. Lambo has turned into a talking dog with his girlfriend Portia. Okay. Okay, look. The fact that, look at that hair, baby. Girl, it looks like a soup bowl. Okay. Lambo, stop, boo. The fact that she needs to do something for Nesto, but she is concerned that because she ran up a card going to buy a few clothing items, baby, is giving broke, boo-boo. That math is mathing to me. Lambo, what's up? You want to talk to everybody? A few of you aunties sent Boo-Boo, my assistant, a couple of little coins yesterday, and I want to thank you guys so much. It happened yesterday in the live, one of the YouTube Streets aunties, and then 2 came through on Cash App, and that was very, very sweet. But you did not have to do that at all. And please, you know what I mean? Don't feel compelled to do anything like that. But it was very sweet. And we went to the ATM machine. I handed Boo Boo her cash. So if that applies, thank you so much. Thank you so much. The aunties are so sweet, but y'all don't have to do that. Me and Daddy got her covered, okay? Because sis is well taken care of over here. But I appreciate that so much. That was very, very sweet. Okay, now back to the program.
Yeah. Did I tell you that I'm not going to have the same judge? I'm going to front another judge for the Manning spot. Yeah. So.
We ain't worried about these stupid bond hearings. We can't even until you get that shit off of 100. All the other shit don't even matter, and then the other ones don't even have a bond. What they need to do is get you indicted,
Lambo got
dismissed.
teeth
They
and
need to get the
bones.
cases going.
But see, here's the thing. I can't get them public defenders to do nothing. I ain't even got my transcript yet. That's been 3 months ago. 4 months. I've been asking for them transcripts, and I ain't got them yet. I've been sending letters. What?
You need to put
Yes,
that
I
in
got
writing
all.
that
I got
you
all
need to
that. I done
file
sent.
that.
Listen,
Like
I
you
done
filed
sent the
that letter with the
letters.
court.
Listen, I done sent the letter. Didn't you see? You read the court paper that I sent. You read that. I sent to the
So I'm
court
gonna have
too.
your niece send them an email saying that he wants his case because you have to have a paper trail. So when you got to come back and sue the state or anything that they're doing wrong.
What'd she say? She was going to have his niece, and we know who his niece is. His niece is her. So there we go. There she goes. I'm gonna have your niece. Ain't no niece. That's her. That's why remember Doug told her, like, I know who the niece is. I know you're the niece.
You read that. I sent to the
So I'm
court
gonna have
too.
Girl.
Read the court paper that I sent. You read that. I sent to the
So I'm
court
gonna have
too.
your niece send them an email saying that he wants his case because you have to have a paper trail. So when you've got to come back and sue the state or anything that they're doing wrong, if you have.
How are you? Okay, so we know the niece is her, but let's just entertain it for a second. He doesn't even talk to his sisters. When have we ever heard him even mention somebody who would be a niece? He doesn't even talk to them folk. Okay. And we know that Sonia, aka, was the niece because Doug, aka Joe, who was the same person, confronted Sonia and said, "We know that you are the niece, and we know that you are not his niece. So basically, stop it." Okay. Girl, you think that is a lace front wig? Why does she have a lace front tan, bald edges, but don't wear lace fronts? Baby, baby, baby. Y'all, I finally got power and internet. Yay! Hey, Texas, it's me. Okay. Girl, sis finally got power and internet. Please say a prayer for the hundreds of thousands without power in Houston. People are dying of heat daily. Yes, y'all. Keep Houston, the beautiful city of Houston. I used to live off of Kirby and Braeswood. I used to live in the Astro domain once upon a time. Okay, when I was in the 90s, okay? Back in the 90s, I lived at Kirby and Braeswood. Okay? Beautiful city. I love, 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 love Houston. Actually, my sister is in Richmond, Texas, actually. So yes, shouts out to Houston and all of the surrounding, and it's coming back. It's coming back. Uh Thank God that they made it to see, this day, because, I heard the storm was really bad. So I'm quite sure that there are people that did not. But yes, try to go to the cooling stations, do the best you can, drink lots of water, stay out the sun, all of the things. And thank you for dropping that, sis. It's very much appreciated. But take care of yourself, definitely. And you guys keep Houston, and all of the surrounding areas affected by these bad storms in your prayers and positive thoughts. Okay, let's finish this up.
Have to have a paper trail to prove this is what I asked and they didn't do it because they're supposed to work.
You know what? It's I some of these I got to go back and listen to because there were so many different things going on at the time that these videos got released. There's so much that I'm gonna go back, but this was a good one because for many different reasons. Sis is so fucking full of shit, and so is Nesto. And I understand you like quote unquote prosecutors are listening, because if you've been, look, we've been watching court cases. They're bringing up phone calls we were watching yesterday. They were sitting up there recording the man talking to his mother in the damn interrogation room, which of course he should know nothing was private over there. The crazy dude Jeffrey over there on the Michael Jackson Bolanos case. But We've seen it in YSL. We've seen it in lots of different things. But at the end of the day, these two are so trying to work the system, and they are so vocal about it. Like, the fact that they really think that they're going to control the media is crazy. But let's finish this up because I got to run, and we'll talk about this more at lunch. We'll talk about this more at lunch, but this might just stay for members, and maybe we might look at it again or look at something else. Anyway, let's keep going, y'all. I might pull some excerpts of this, and then this might stay in members.
With you, like they're supposed to. Right?
I ain't got no. Huh? Yeah, it's cold.
Oh.
But I'm gonna be warm in a minute. You're gonna get me right. Yeah, you're gonna get me right. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, so I ain't got none of that shit. I ain't got nothing, and I can't even ask them to put no requests in for that. But pass is really proud. I ain't even got to talk about that more. I could put in
Keep in mind, so this is January 1st. So this is 2024. He's had the CP charges now a year, and he's had the sexual assault charges for about 6 months at this moment, right?
dismissal thing. Because it's a past 180 days next
Right.
week.
And you got me in here, so y'all need to dismiss it.
But they ain't putting nothing in. So I'm gonna wait until I'm gonna say next Sunday it'll be 180 days. So by next week they should be to file somebody in.
I'll look
By next week. Yeah.
Let me just say this too. If you hadn't been sitting up there playing with Bimal Chopra, if maybe you would have kept Lisa Pinto, the first public defender who came through on your ass, if you wouldn't have played around with Jackie Patterson, you wouldn't have played around with Bimal Chopra, you wouldn't have played around with damn Crell Lewis, over here with Hannah Rondon. Now you got Sean Hoover. I mean, it's giving Sarah Boone, okay? It's giving 6 attorneys, okay?
Yeah, by next week, not this week. Next week, because it'll be 180 days next week. You see what I'm saying?
Fucking time.
Yeah, next week. That's what I'm trying to say. And then after they put it in, that takes another.
So he says it's 180 days on the SA charges. Well, fast forward, guess what? Spoiler alert, it's been a year now. It's been a year on the sexual assaults. It's been a year and a half on the CP, the pictures, and it's been 2 years in the pokey on the theft by deceptions ×2, the bad checks, which has now become the RICO. Okay. Hey, what are you doing? Oh my God, Lambo just stole some. Girl, he's so tall. He just stood up and was at Farrah's desk, something I told her not to leave on the desk, and he just ran off with it, girl.
Month to another 90 days before they even take me in front of the court.
He stole an exercise band.
Just to even do that. But I remember that name I told you to look up here and here. That guy got out, his lawyer put that motion in, same exact thing. And they put a motion in to dismiss, and they dismissed it. And he gone. But he's sitting here for.
Public defender.
I don't know. Yeah, public defender. Yeah, public defender. Yeah. But he's sitting here damn near 5 years.
That's ridiculous. That's a lawsuit against the fucking state. I hope when he get out, he's sued them.
I'm telling you, you've been saying about 5 years, so. But if I don't, yeah.
Like, that don't make any sense to sit there. So he did 5 years in jail, and then they're going to dismiss it because you know what it was? Time served. That's all that shit was. That's the same thing was going to be yours. All that little shit that they could try to do something with, time served. That big shit, oh, we got to dismiss it because it's not enough evidence or it's a fucking lie. How about it is a lie? Because all you got to do is get your text messages.
Yeah, but I sent a letter to.
It's the facial expression she makes for me. She is so freaking ghetto. And I mean, get it, it's so gutter, okay? Sis, and these facial expressions are too much.
I sent a letter to the investigator last week for him to do all that. Now, I bet he ain't going to do it. I sent to the lawyer. I did a lawyer too. I did all that already. So we
Thank you for watching. Please.
Okay, sis was like, that's over. So that's 30 minutes, y'all. Anyway, guys, I love you guys. I'll see you guys at lunch. We'll talk a little bit more about this, or I might pull something else from the archive. This is a live reaction. Bougie gang up in here. If you are upon the replay, okay, girl, okay, guys, okay, the men of Bougie Gang, welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this early morning, okay. We might, you might see this a little bit more because this is trying to fit, okay. So this was a member live. If you're in members, then you already had this 2 days ago. We did this 2 days ago in the morning. It was like, I don't know, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. It was early. It was before I was dropping off to tennis camp. So we just took some opportunity of an hour. Anywho, it was fun. It was nice to go back. I actually would like to do the following week just to revisit that, what they were talking about. Because I'm gonna be honest, when Shay was dropping these videos when they first came out, I think we were just so giddy and keying so much. I don't really remember these videos. I don't remember them like that. I just don't. I don't. I do and I don't. I mean, I feel like I've retained some things and then some things I have not. One thing I want y'all to know is to make sure if you are in Patreon, go check out. I did drop off a prayer partner video and I did spell it correctly. Pray as in Prey. Okay. As in pray. Okay. Hunters, people who come takers. Okay. Pray your partner video, okay? It's in Patreon, okay? What else? I got a bunch of I might, like, if you're in Patreon, you'll notice I'm probably going to do some document dumps. I've got a bunch of documents to upload on a multitude of topics. Nothing is going on with the CP. We talked about that yesterday. Nothing is going on with the essay as far as what's on the docket. Okay. Is there stuff going on behind the scenes? I do not know. I'm gonna be real honest with you. What we do know is that the RICO is active and there's stuff coming up in October. And then we should probably be seeing a trial and all of the things. But as far as the sexual assault things, what's under Ms. Winfrey's domain, we have not seen that. But they might be a little busy at Fulton County because, girl, they got a lot going on at Fulton County right now. So anyway, give me some time. I might come back live. I thought I was gonna actually just let this run, but then I ended up talking to you guys. But just to close the loop real quick, I guess we could come back and talk about Christina Patterson real quick. She says she didn't have court. Go over to OSIP if you want to see that video. Ma'am is certified. Okay. She says they're entertaining maybe dismissing her charges. I don't know how true that is. I really don't. I don't know how true that is or what. But she made it seem like Fani is over there getting ready to dismiss her charges. That's what she alluded to. Maybe that's not what has been has happened yet, but she made it seem like stuff getting dropped. Now, why there was no court yesterday, I don't know. But she says that people were calling her because there were news crews trying to find her in the courtrooms to see what was going to happen. And it did say that she was going to be in Judge Holly Hughes' courtroom yesterday, but that did not happen. So I don't know if her lawyer put something in or they're having conversations. I do not know. But she does still have an active felony and misdemeanor that she has to deal with. So that's the Fugazi judge that is attached to Madison and the whole Red Martini situation. Okay. As far as Michael Jackson Bolanos, that whole situation. So the jury is hung. And I guess we're going to see what happens. I think that his lawyer did an amazing job with reasonable doubt because Jeffrey's testimony is so compelling and he's an intimate partner how you can't make that reasonable doubt that maybe there's some problems there. And also his presentation was giving cuckoo. The fact that they gave him use immunity, that they cannot use anything that he testified about against him in a future, and it's use immunity. So it's not he doesn't have full immunity, he has use immunity. So anything he testified to, these lawyers are smart. They can figure out how to get around that and still charge him and not necessarily use, they can use other things. I don't know. I'm not the prosecutor. I don't have to develop the case, but I would imagine use immunity, there's ways to get around that. But did Michael Jackson Bolanos kill that lady? We don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on. You guys have been sending me stories. Very interesting. We covered a lot. You guys asked me about the Minnesota federal case for Feeding America, one of the largest schemes in the United States history, $250 million of taxpayer money that was frauded to feed hungry Americans during the pandemic. And there were some folk who fleeced the system along with, it was a collective. That's why it's a RICO. But the interesting thing is, as this trial has been playing out, there was a juror who got a duffel bag delivery to their front porch and said, if we get the right outcome, there's more. And then they rounded up like about 10 more people. Okay. Crazy. So let me get all my facts straight and everything, and we can do a live on that. I don't have a problem. It's very interesting. I know you guys love some scammer talk. I know some of you guys, the more serious, I don't want to say serious. It's varying degrees of seriousness, but on a live is real. You know what I mean? But some of this scammer financial talk, I know some of you guys are into that. And let's, we can get into that too. I don't have a problem with that. But you guys asked me about it, so I'll provide some awareness. And if we take it further, then we just do. But we know that there's so much coming, so much out here. Girl, I cannot wait for Sarah Boone. I cannot wait for her opening arguments. I cannot wait for her to defend herself. But Nesto better straighten up, because if he doesn't know what I know, there's a whole judge that basically told a defendant who's accused of a very serious crime that she's been chanced out on free representation. And the state of Florida is not denying her, but they're not paying for it anymore. She can get her own or do it herself. Okay, so Nesto, it's giving attorney number 6, third public defender, third paid lawyer. If he doesn't work some things out and get on one accord with these lawyers and stop allowing Sonia to get in front of him and who could help him, girl, he might be sitting there for a very long time. Okay, what Petty Patty say? Girl. Isn't it always incredible how with these bad storms come through and then it's like the most beautiful day afterwards? All right. I feel like we've covered a lot, so I don't even know if I need to come back. I'll come back later, but it'll be later. But you might see me with that dash cam video if I can get it uploaded right over on OSIP, because after seeing that Instagram, y'all got to see this. Anywho, okay, guys. Yes. 3 public defenders, 3 paid. Jackie Patterson, Bamal, and Crail. All right, y'all. This was so much fun. I'm glad you guys got up and came to chill with me this morning. And I will get with y'all later on today. Okay. If there's anything, if you see something, you know what to do. Say something. Somebody asked me what my email address is. You can reach me at is it ask at RealTalk Bougie? Hold on. Ask at RealTalk Bougie, or you can always get me at loveliesanlacefronts@gmail.com. And you can always hit me up on Instagram on RealTalk Bougie. Okay. All right. And then not to muddy the waters, but you can also reach me at TEA at osip.com. You can do that too, right? So any of those will get you to me. Okay. And you can always leave a good old comment. But if it's, if it's something private, just send it to me. Just email me or DM me. Okay. You guys have an awesome Saturday. Enjoy. And I will get up with you guys a little bit later on this afternoon. Okay. Girl, let me give you guys a good bingo. Okay. Bingo. Guys.
You can sleep. Side hand, I'll be that too. Because chicks are young and this chick is old. So I'll be the side hand. Thank you, Reggie, for correcting her. I will be the side chick. The mistress, the side chick, the hand. It's whatever. I mean, name calling is what y'all do. That's